Hi, how are you? Do you think the Alpha Beast 3.0 was the last BRS quality knife? What do you mean? Like what do you mean by, like, quality? Or whatever. Do you mean, like, the problem with other knives having, like, quality control or something? Like the reps or something? Being that some people have gotten reps that every square inch of the ano was a different color? Is that what you're talking about? Like, not much blade run. I think you meant to put rub. No shitty screws. I have seen some ABs on Reddit that have been completely awful. None from the last drop, but I've seen some that straight out of the box, like, here's my AB clone, I'll just use this to demonstrate. Like, the ano will be like this, where it's splotchy and weird. Bad handle play, a lot of rub, and then, like, the machining in here was, like, fucked up. I don't know how they managed to do that, but I don't know. And it might have been that guy had just taken it outside and beat the shit out of it on the sidewalk, and then just said that it came like that out of the box. I don't know. But yeah, it is a little weird that since the bare bones came out, tons of people have been having problems with the screws on these breaking. And some people say that it's user error, but it's because of it's not the same material of screws anymore. That's really what it is. So, yes, you can prevent the screws breaking by adding a lot of heat or whatever, or I think Toxic Flipper was the one that showed, or said in my comments, you can boil it to keep it from breaking, but that should not be a whole process you have to do for the screw not to break. That's pretty ridiculous. Paying hundreds of dollars for a freaking knife, and you can't even take the thing apart without going through a whole procedure to make sure that their screws don't break. That seems a bit ridiculous. So, yeah, I don't care what anyone says, that's a little ridiculous. And it's also ridiculous that, I saw a guy on Instagram saying the bare bones trainer and the Loctite was loose and so much play and tap. Yep, I've seen that too. I have no complaints with this rep, other than it has developed, and now a lot of blade rub marks are starting to show. I'll try to get lighting right, but yeah, it's whatever. And also, I don't know if anyone's heard, but there's going to be a huge rep drop. Like, every rep that they've ever made is going to be in this drop. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, every single rep that you can think of. Every single 2.0 that you can think of will be in this drop. And they're also bringing the gray reps back. So that's going to be really cool. Like, the Killer Bee will be in there. The carbon fiber ones will be in there. Everything. So that's pretty cool. And I'm actually going to attempt to save up just to get a standard rep or something like that. And then stuff like that. Because, I don't know. I kind of want like just like a regular like alt blade. Like, I want something that has the other blade style. Because I've heard some people say that it flips completely different. I've heard some people say it flips basically the same. So, I don't know. I've heard mixed results on it. Also, I've heard some people saying that the alt blades work best with carbon fiber scales. I don't know. I just think it would be pretty cool to see the difference in that. That would be something if they were actually that big of a difference. And also, I kind of want... Whoa. Kind of want to try out, like... The first rep that I was going to try to buy new was a Killer Bee rep, and they sold out real quick. Oh yeah, and also this rep drop, I believe they said there's going to be over 700 reps. So, really anyone that really, really wants one, this drop, is going to be able to get one. There's not going to be any of this sold out in 30 seconds like the CFs. That was crazy. And then the Killer Bee one, literally I worked as fast as I could putting in my credit card information, and it just was sold out so quick. It was crazy. So hopefully this drop, being that they're releasing like all of them, hopefully a lot of people that haven't been able to get them will be able to get them, because that would be pretty cool. But they haven't announced when they're going to do it, but yeah. He hasn't, in like the Blade Runner Systems live on Instagram earlier today, they said a lot of this. What was my actual worst cut? Really unsure. I know this one cut me on my finger a few times. I got, like, in my live stream one day, I cut myself when I was on that big, like, gazebo. I don't know if you saw that one, but, like, yeah, I don't even remember what happened. Like, all I know is the blade, like, hit somewhere like that, like something like that happened, or I don't know. And then later that day when I was flipping, I cut myself on the already existing cut, and it was freaking horrible, because it was already pretty deep and bled a decent amount when I was on the gazebo in that live stream. And then later that day when I decided to flip some more, it happened again, and it was just terrible. Also, I'm going to have to find a portable phone charger because my phone's about to die. It's like, I think it's like at 2%. Alright, I'm good now. I'm just gonna walk back to my room and... Hey, what's up? Oof. Do you know why Ken Fong stopped selling BRS clones? There's a really good reason for that, and, it's because BRS knives are patented, and Ken Fong was going against that patent by selling them, and a bunch of people kept reporting him. People were doing, kind of similar to what I did. Surprisingly, the guy that made this video that was showing how to do it, people were like very angry, but when I said that I did it, my live stream, people just thought it was funny and they didn't care. I basically, this thing right here, the first one that I had, I didn't do this, but basically this one, a lot of you guys know, it had very, very bad quality control. And I was mad. Ken Fong basically gave me a very asshole response of... I was basically telling him that a lot was wrong with it, and the tolerances were horrible, and it was not like the first one at all. It was very bad, and his response to him selling me a piece of shit low-quality knife that shouldn't even have been sold was, "Oh, well, I can give you a $10 discount code for another one." And I basically said, no, I want replacement parts to, like, fix the one that you sold me. And he basically was trying to tell me, oh, I'll sell you bushings and hardware and, like, the tang pins that I would have to do myself for $25. And it's like, no. So, basically what I decided to do, because he pissed me off, is I just went on, and on DHgate's, like, you're not allowed to be selling counterfeit items and stuff, and replicas and fakes and stuff like that. Well, kind of replicas, but, like, stuff like this, patented designs, you're not allowed to be selling that. So, I went on there and filed a claim. Ken Fong tried to go against it. I went to DHgate mediation, and it turns out that I got half of my money back for this thing. So, instead of me paying $105 for it, it came out to like $52 and a couple of cents. So, I really wasn't going to do that just because I've bought a few knives. Well, I bought 2 knives from Ken Fong. My friends have bought from him. He's always been really nice with the customer service. Really good. But after he did that, it really pissed me off. So, I wasn't going to do that, because I'm not that type of person. I'm not going to screw someone out of money. Yes, he's the one selling fakes and whatever, but, I mean, still, I knew it was a fake, so it's like, I'm not going to do that for no reason. Like, I knew it was fake going into buying it, so, like, I wouldn't just do that out of nowhere, but it's just the fact that he did that pissed me off. So, it's not like I just went and did it just to do it. There was a good reason for it, so... yeah, but people doing similar stuff to what I was doing, reporting him to DHgate, I'm not sure, but BRS might have, like, gone after him and done something. I don't know. I'm not really sure how all this legal stuff works when it comes to that with China selling fake knives that have a patented design overseas. I don't really know how that works. But yeah, he can't sell those anymore. He still sells, like, the sells all the other stuff as far as I know, but I went on there and I was going through DHgate trying to find like BRS clones and stuff, and it was pretty hard to find them. Like, I found rep clones, and that's all that I was able to find. So if anyone like has found any other ones, like, give me a link. Do I have a flipping account on Instagram? Yes, I do. It's at Austin_Stang 5.0. Oh yes, blade rub. Oh yeah. Alright. Probably just need to tighten it. Whatever. Or maybe it's just that it's a BRS knife and they just have blade rub. I don't know. Blade rub keeps getting worse and worse as I keep flipping it, so that's lovely. But whatever. Do you think modding your rep? Actually, yeah, I was in someone else's live stream on Instagram. I don't remember his Instagram, but I was basically thinking about getting an acid wash finish on the blade and a very like shiny dark blue anno on the scales, and then doing like a floating washer bushing system. I gave you a follow on Instagram. Alright, as soon as this stream is over, I'll follow you back. I don't really know what else to say in this video. I don't know how to do very many combos. I'm not the greatest flipper, so if you want to see me attempt to do some sort of combo, put it in the like the chat. I bought the TAC 3 clone from him. It's high quality and flips very well. I have heard a lot of good stuff about the Thai TAC 3 clone from Ken Fong. People really like that one. I think it's $130, and no blade rub, no tap. And people just say it has a good balance to it and flips really good. I don't really know, because I haven't ever flipped it. I've never flipped any real TACs. I haven't flipped any of the clones, so I don't really know. So much blade rub. Holy crap. Yeah, buy a dog bite if you want to save $150 and no blade rub, I guess. Do you use lube on your ballies? Yes, I do. I will actually tighten that because I think it might just be loose. That's probably why it has that much rub. And I'll put lube on it. Alright, so basically this is the lube I use. It works pretty good. It's smooth. It makes it work good, I guess. So I'll put that on. I guess people got bored of looking at a black screen. 2 people just left. Lol. And another person left. Hooray. Shout out to the one person that's still in the stream. LOL. This thing sounds so good when it's lubed up. Yeah, I think my handles were just loose because now it's not like rubbing a lot now. I don't think. Okay, so one person just joined and left instantly. That's weird. What kind of rep is that? This one's a blue and black select rep. All I know is I'm waiting for that huge rep drop because there's going to be over 700 reps in the next drop, and it's going to be every single rep that they have ever made. So, literally every single rep that you can think of that's going to be in the drop. Do you like the premium or the alt? Yes, I do. You're my favorite YouTuber. Well, thanks. This thing is so slippery from all the lube. I ordered a Bass clone off Kenfong. I've heard good stuff about the Bass clone. It's kind of funny because I just thought about this. Real BRS knives at certain points have had quality control issues. And guess what? Kenfong's clones of BRS knives have had some quality control issues. I haven't heard of any quality control issues from a Hom knife, like a Hom design. And I haven't heard of any quality control issues from a Hom clone. So that's pretty funny, if you ask me. Do you plan to get a real Alpha Beast, or are you just going to stick with your clone? Well, here's the problem. I don't like buying used knives for a higher price than they are new, because that's the way it goes with almost every BRS knife. I can't ever find any of them that are in 10 out of 10 condition for cheaper than they are new, and I just don't want to pay more money for something that's been used than a brand new one. I just don't like that. And I don't like buying other people's beaten to shit valleys. That's just me, but and I actually might get rid of that AB clone. But yeah, I was going to get like a real AB. I wasn't gonna be able to keep it for long because I don't have like right now. Basically, I have like a project car, and I'm not trying to be spending hundreds and hundreds of more dollars on Balisongs. I need to finish project car. It needs wheels, coilovers, and turbo, and that's not going to be cheap. So, yeah, but I was actually trying to get the new Bowie style, and I was going to do a review of it and then sell it. And I wasn't going to be like the people that majorly overprice these things on the second hand. I was just going to sell it for the same price that I paid for it plus shipping. Now, if you ask me what I would sell this one for, I don't want to sell this one, but if I were to sell it, I would have to sell it for around $400 plus shipping, because I don't want to sell it, but if someone wants to pay that much, then I guess it's theirs. So yeah, but yeah, I couldn't even get any of the ABs because I was in class taking a test when they all came out, so kind of hard to get one when you're in school and taking a test where you can't get on your phone or else your test gets invalidated. So that really sucked. And watch, it's going to be my luck because I want to try out the alt blades. It's going to be my luck that they're going to come out while I'm in class again, because this teacher is like completely freaking crazy about no phones in the classroom. Like, we all have to put our phones in a damn box in the beginning of class. Like, what the hell? So, but yeah, it's going to be my luck that the rep drop is going to be while I'm at school and I won't be able to get one. So, whatever. Hey, this rep's enough for me. I mean, I don't need any more of them. I mean, this one's plenty, but also, if someone wants to send me their Alpha Beast so I can review it and stuff, you like a comparison between the real one and the clone, I would appreciate that. And also, if anyone wants to see me try any combos, just let me know. I know there's something that you do with that, and you do something else, but I don't really know how to do that one. Okay, and I'm back to one person in the stream again. Woohoo! Hey, I'm just starting out. What do you think would be a good beginner knife? Really just depends on, everything. It really just comes down to, do you really think you're gonna enjoy flipping, and do you think you just you're ready for something high-end? Or do you want to just go as cheap as possible while still having something that won't fall apart in 5 minutes? Because me, I wasn't really sure. And when I first got into flipping, my parents, well, my dad was really cool about it. He didn't really seem to mind. He just kind of says, don't, like, completely, like, seriously hurt yourself with it. But my mom was, like, very, no, you're not getting something with a sharp blade. And somehow I convinced her, don't really know how. But yeah, so my first thing that I started off with was something, it was $20, and it was a very, very terrible Benchmade comb, and me being a noob, I didn't even know anything, and I was barely even flipping it. Oh, I was flipping it over carpet. Give it 3 days, and the thing is completely broken, with the tang pins falling out and everything. From Zen rollovers, and whatever this is called, I think it's called like a half twirl, or something, and it broke. Then I went for another cheap Bally, didn't last. Went for another cheap Bally, didn't last. Then I went to a Rep Clone, which that lasted. It's not mine anymore. It's one of my friends now. And it still is holding up. He flips it over concrete. He beats the crap out of it. It's held up just fine. And those are, if you can still find them on DHgate, they're like $70. Yeah, that one wouldn't be bad for a starter one, but it's a clone, whatever, people don't like clones. Then I got this thing, like, if I would have known that I would have liked flipping as much as I do, and if my parents would have let me get into, like, ones with, like, live blades earlier. I would have just went for this for my first Bally. I would have just went for a rep. But, hey, what are you going to do? I mean, would have saved me a lot of money in the end. Because by the time I was done... Because my parents didn't want me spending a lot of money on these things. And then they finally got, oh, if he only gets a week to a month out of these cheap, crappy ones that are $20 and under, it's just going to be cheaper in the end just to let him buy an expensive one. Because I kind of got that into their heads, and now they just don't really care what I buy. Yeah, but that's basically the way it went. So, yeah, if you want to know my honest opinion on what your first Bally should be, I wouldn't go too expensive, because you might not like it. But I would go for something like... a squid or something, if you can find one in stock. Like a Schenkel's trainer. If you can't find any of those, just go for, like, some sort of clone for around $100. You probably won't be disappointed by it. And if you're ready and you just want to dump a bunch of money into a Balisong because you're 100% sure that you're going to like it, go for the rep drop that's coming soon. There will be every single last rep that they have ever done, every single model of rep in this drop. So, I mean everything. Like, it's going to be crazy. They're going to have selects, like mine. They're going to have the Killer B. They're going to have a carbon fiber. They're going to have standards. They're going to have alt blades that are like selects. They're bringing back like the gray premium, I think it is. It's going to be crazy. Like, there's going to be so many of them. And they said there's going to be like over 700 in this drop, I think. So, yeah, if you're ready to just dump a bunch of money, I'm just going to say go for a rep because I love reps. If you ask me my opinion on what a lot of people say, oh, get a bare bones, I'm not a fan of the bare bones. And a lot of people say don't judge it if you haven't flipped it, but I don't care. I don't want to flip it, really. I don't really want one. Well, I wouldn't really say that. Like, it's just, here's my thing. Like, I want something that is titanium. I want something that I can anodize if I decide to. Something that runs on bushings. You know, that's just me. To me, when I look at the bare bones, I just see stainless steel. Even though I know it's a high grade of stainless steel and whatever, I don't know. I just like the sound of titanium better than stainless steel. It just is more appealing to me. So, I'm not really against the bare bones, I guess you could say, but I'm just not really... I don't know, it's not really my thing. I'm also not someone that likes super heavy Ballies. Like, I like reps because of the weight that they are. That's just me. I like the ABs. Those are a little on the heavy side for me, I guess you could say. But, yeah. But really, the only time I got to flip an AB was... I was a super noob, and there was someone that went to my school that had... I don't remember what the exact color. I remember it as a white premium. I want to say it had purple liners. I don't exactly remember. Sometimes I remember it as they were blue, sometimes purple. It was one of those. Or maybe it was something cool, like one side was blue, one side was purple. I don't know. I only flipped it once, decided that I really liked it. I got to flip. It was like a 3.0, but I think it was one of those 3.0s that, like, before they started using the bigger hardware. If that's still the 3.0. I don't really exactly remember. But there's someone that I know right now. As far as I know, he still has it. But he has, like, an Infinity. But I don't talk to him much. He's a huge asshole. He's one of those... I don't know. He just very bothers me. He's one of those people that is someone that just... Any way they can, they want to show off wealth. I dislike people that are like that a lot. Oh, look at me, I'm so rich, oh, look at my dad's new car, oh, we're better than you, like, people like that. That's all he posts on his social media, is, don't you wish you could have a rich family like me, just stuff like that. The kid's just an asshole. But I do want to flip his knife for a video, so, yeah. But yeah, back to the thing of what's a good beginner knife. Maybe, I was going to say 51, but they raised the price on the 51. I was actually kind of close to trying out a 51, but they raised the price. Just imagine he's watching this. Okay, that would be really funny, and I tell him to his face whenever I see him around town, at school, whatever. I just tell him he's just a dick. And then he just kind of has that snobby thing about him of, oh, you're just jealous because you don't have as much money as I do. And it's like, screw off, kid. Like, honestly, this kid's grades are terrible. He's a dumbass. He's always out and about smoking weed, doing retarded-ass stuff. Literally, if it wasn't for his dad having a lot of money, this kid would be a nobody. Like, never worked for anything in his life, never had to get a job, doesn't have to pay for any of his knives. It's just, ooh, look, Dad, I want this knife, buy it for me. Okay, son. That's basically the way that goes. Ooh, Dad, one of my friends just got a Fox Body Mustang. Now I'll go out and buy me a very expensive new Mustang so that I can flex. Just one of those dumbasses. I hate kids like that. That kid is spoiled. Yeah, just, like, when I say this, I mean it. If he didn't have a rich dad, literally, he would be the kid at school that no one likes. Like, the only reason why people hang out with him is just because he's rich. Like, that's it. And also just to show that he's just a huge asshole like that. I'm not against people that wear Yeezys. I'm not against Yeezys, but of course he has to be the kid that goes around, I paid $1,200 for my Yeezys. Yeah, please like me. Yeah, I'm cool. Yeah, ooh, look at my new leather backpack that I just spent $900 on. Ooh, yeah, I'm rich. Just, ugh. It's like, screw off. And the best part is, he's terrible at flipping. Has all these expensive knives and stuff, and is complete garbage at flipping. Like, this is an accomplishment for him. Whoa, did you see that? Just... he's not that bad, but... Still, I'm a horrible flipper, and I'm better than him. So, ha. You might have the more expensive knife than me, buddy, but you're not better than me. I'm a beginner. What Balisung should I buy? I only have cheap trainers. As I was saying earlier, get, like, it really just depends on how much you want to spend. Like, if you're looking to go all out and just put a lot of money into one, I'm going to say get a rep from the next rep drop. It's going to be, I think this will be the biggest rep drop they've ever done, because they're releasing every single last rep they've ever done. Everything. There's going to be over 700 of them. So yeah, if you're ready to put, like, $279 through $370, I'm going to say get a rep, but if you're not ready to spend that much, and if you're looking for something in, like, the lower 200s, you might be able to find, maybe get the bare bones if you want it. I'm not the biggest fan of the bare bones. Maybe 51 used, like a used 51. You could always get a clone. They're usually 150 and under, and they flip pretty good. So, yeah, but if you don't want to be hated on by a lot of people in the community for having a clone, don't get a clone. Me personally, I don't really care. I mean, just go in my comment sections. You're just going to see tons of people going, throw that clone away. Have your parents save up your allowance so that they can get you a real AB. And it's like, first of all, my parents don't buy any of them for me, buddy. So that's probably just another one of those kids. Parents buys everything for him. Has no idea what the real world is like. Because, yeah, if your parents buy all of your knives for you, it's real easy for you to say, oh, yeah, just buy a, yeah, just buy this knife. Yeah, just put $300 in this knife. Yeah, no big deal. When they have no idea that person's financial situation. I mean, so yeah, it really just depends on what you want. If you like heavier knives, like if you like them really heavy, I mean, a bare bones might not be a bad idea for you. I mean, if you're someone that likes something that's like ridiculously light, get a 51 or something like that. It's really just about preference. I have a Rep clone, and it's been going well. Yeah, I used to have a Rep clone, too, which you already heard me say that, but mine treated me well. It really never gave me any problems. The only reason why I got rid of it is, I mean, Brown Man wanted it, or Elijah, whichever one you want to call him. He wanted it. I never flipped it anymore, because, I mean, I had gotten a real Rep, so, I mean, I really had no need for it anymore, so I sold it. A little bit of time went by, I bought Ken Fong Alpha Beast. I was really amazed by it. Someone offered me $120 for it, so that's an offer that I can't resist. I bought another one, and when I got it in the mail, it was not to the same standards as the other one. So yeah, really just depends on what you want. And I'm probably doing a terrible job of keeping the Bally in frame as I'm doing stuff. Oh yeah, funny story of how I got suspended. Oh jeez. I can tell it now. Oh god. It's really, really funny. Alright, so basically me and my friend had this bright idea to, we were making a funny YouTube video, making fun of, like, people that vape and stuff like that. So, I had one at school, he had one. First of all, I didn't have... All I had was the battery to it, like, I didn't have the tank for it, I didn't have any juice with me, I had nothing other than that. Well, some other kid saw it, and he wanted... Basically, he wanted a mod and some juice for free, or just borrow one, and I told him, nope, it's not even mine, I'm borrowing it for a YouTube video. Sorry, bud. And he went and asked the person that gave it to me, and he said, nope, screw off, I'm not giving you this stuff for free, it's expensive. And so, yeah, he went up to the office and told, because he's a little bitch, we wouldn't give him any, so he goes and tells on us. So, both me and him got in-school suspension for 2 days, and both of us were given tobacco citations. So, right now I'm taking a class that, I'm 2 weeks into, and I have to keep going for 6 more weeks as a get clean from tobacco class. So, I brought no tobacco to school. My friend had no tobacco. He had nicotine-free juice with him, and it was like 80% VG, and neither of us had any tobacco on us, and yet somehow we were given tobacco citations, when yet we had no tobacco. Frickin' retarded. Like, what is wrong with these school systems? Oh yeah, and something else that's ridiculous. A kid... I go to... The way my school works is there's a freshman... Like, there's a separate school on the campus, like, an area just for freshmen, and then there's the main campus. Well, at the Freshman Learning Center, is what they call it, a kid brought a switchblade to school. And it was a big-ass one, too. One of the ones that, like... I think it's called a switchblade. The ones where you, like, press the thing and it shoots straight out of the top. Kid brought one of those, and it was a big-ass one. And he... I shit you not, he got a detention. He gets a detention for bringing a weapon to school. and me and my friend get 2 days in school suspension. We have to waste 8 weeks of our life on a get clean class. So, yeah, that seems a little screwed up to me. Being that you can bring a weapon to school and not really get in trouble. I mean, a detention, that's an hour of your life. But then yet, if you bring a vapor pen battery to school, apparently you get all of this trouble. Is YouTube your full-time job, or do you have another job? Right now, I don't have a job, and I don't get paid from YouTube. I do yard work for my neighbors sometimes. I used to have a job. Not anymore. I cut a lot of people's grass and stuff with Brown Man. We do, like, yard work and stuff. Sometimes his dad takes us to the beach, and we do, like, work on, like, these big, huge mansions at the beach. We'll do, like, weather strips on their doors and stuff. And it actually pays really well. Just for us doing the weather strips on 2 doors and putting doorknobs on, they had everything in their garage. All we had to do was use their tools and put everything on. It didn't even take us an hour, and both of us got, like, $30. I mean, it's freaking awesome. But yeah, I don't make anything off of YouTube. Basically, the way YouTube used to work, if you had 10,000 total views, meaning you could have 10,000 videos, and as long as each of those videos had 1 view each, you could monetize. But they changed it, so now you need 1,000 subscribers and a minimum of 4,000 total watch hours on your channel. So, I mean, I was kind of, like, angry about that, because the day I shit you not, the day I hit 10,000 total views, they updated their terms of service. So, I was a little bummed. I only would have been making a matter of, like, I don't even know if I would have been making $1 a month with the amount of views that I had at the time. But it was just so weird, because I, like, got hyped up, because I read their terms of service, and I was like, oh, cool, I can start getting paid. It's not going to be much, but I was like, hey, YouTube is a hobby for me. I never started doing it with the intent to get paid. I was just like, it's fun, I enjoy it, and, oh, cool, maybe I can make over time $5 from it. Like, that was in my head. I was just, like, super excited, and then they updated it, which, I don't know, I'm not really that bummed about it, but it's just kind of funny that the day I got to the point where I could start monetizing, they updated their terms of service. So, it's pretty funny. Will you be doing a Q&A soon? I don't see why not. I guess I could do one. Should I buy a real Blade Balisong? I'm 15 years old. Yeah, sure. I'm 15. This thing is so slippery from the lube that I put on it a little while ago. God damn it. I thought I was actually going to get a scissor first try. I used to do scissors with these pretty good, but... What the... No! The rep! Okay, it didn't get any scratches, thankfully. What was your worst cut? Alright, so one day I was live streaming out at the gazebo in the front of my neighborhood with Brown Man. I cut myself. It was, it was a pretty decent cut. It bled a little, and I was, like, laughing about it. It bled quite a bit. Not that much, but it got me pretty good. Later that day, I was flipping, and I was like, alright, I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna do this combo again. And, yeah, I cut myself in the same cut, and it was freaking terrible. And the best part was I had to take a huge test the next day that involved a lot of writing and bubbling in answers. And it was right on my pointer finger, and it's right where, like, I hold my pencil, too. Like, it was like I couldn't bend my finger at all, so I was literally writing, like, all this stuff like that, and it was just... It was pretty funny, but it was terrible, and it, like, hurt, and it was all, like, swollen the next day. But other than that, I haven't really gotten anything too bad. I had a little bally comb, and I was like messing around like trying to do net catches, and it like went flying, and I like tried to jump out of the way of it, and I stepped on it, and it like went into my foot on the side, and it made me bleed like a lot. But the best part was it was a bally comb. Do you think you will do any tutorials? Almost everything I know how to do, I think there's already a tutorial for. So, I mean, I guess I could do it if you wanted me to. I kind of did a tutorial on how to do, like, chaplains and stuff, but it wasn't... It was pretty bad, because, I mean, it's kind of hard to explain how to do a chaplain. You kind of just, like... I don't know, you kind of just do it. You kind of just, like... Okay, I feel like an idiot. I'm like, oh, they're so easy, you just do it, and then I mess up. I kind of just make, like, an oval, and it just kind of works. And voice crack. But the chaplain I'm the worst at has to be the zero gravity. Okay, surprisingly, that wasn't that bad. Usually I mess up before that, but what kind of tutorial do you want to see? Because, I mean, I can do them. It's just like they've probably already been covered by someone else. But if you want to see one, I'll try to. Because I can... If I really tried, I could get scissors down again. If someone wants to see a tutorial on how to do the double scissor, one of my friends knows how to do that. Dylan, he can do those really good. He always doubts himself with double scissors. I'll be like, do a double scissor, and he's all like, I don't want to do it. I can barely do them, but, like, he usually gets it, like, first or second try, and they are, like, really good. He's one of those people who doubts himself too much. But, I could probably do a tutorial on how to do, like, something, probably. I'm sure I could think of something to do. Like I said, everything's already been, like, covered by someone else a few times, so, I mean, I don't really know what I would do, but... Where do you buy clones? DHgate. Yes, that's where you get them. Whoa, this thing is loose. I gotta tighten this. Watch, I'm probably gonna lose a bunch of people in the stream again because they're gonna get tired of looking at a black screen for the 10 seconds it's gonna take me to tighten these two screws. When you did your tutorial on chaplains, that's how I learned them. You were the only one that could actually explain it in the way so I could do it. Oh, really? Okay, so maybe that tutorial wasn't as shitty as I thought it was. Alright. Well, that's pretty cool. What, is there a certain, like, combo or, like, trick or something that you're, like, struggling with that you know I can do? That I could help you with? And, like, tell me what you're, like, struggling with, and I'll try my best to, like, explain how to do it. Thanks for answering. I am really a noob with Balisung, so there are a lot of things I don't know. Is it me or the AB... Wait, is it me or the AB got more worse? Wait, like I know the... Wait, I can't read right now. I feel so stupid. Is it me or the AB got more worse? Like how you got another one? But is it me or... Yeah, like the AB clones, the first, like, batch of them, like the first few people that got them, me, Sky2065, or I am not a real boy on Instagram, a few other people, ours, when we first got the first batches, either you had barely any blade rub or no blade rub, and, like, the fit and finish on them was, like, pretty dang good, other than, like, if you got ones that were anodized, the anos on these are kind of meh anyways, just because it's not the best grade of titanium. But yeah, like, stuff as far as, like, the bushings and the, like, machining that went into it did seem better. Now it's like everyone's, like, I shit you not, some people's, like, mine you can just about do it, but I have stacked washers, so you really can't. You can move the handle over so far that with some people's, that you can literally rest the handle on the top of the blade like that with it fully tightened down. Mine isn't quite that bad. It's just about that bad if you don't, like, stack the washers or whatever. But some people's are worse than mine. And some people's, like, my tang pin, I don't know if you can notice, but it's not on there very even, and it's not on there very straight. And some people's, literally, like, there's barely any right here, and it's sticking out right there a lot. Like, I've gotten some messages from people on Instagram asking, like, how do I fix this? And my response is, I don't really know, because yes, you could try pressing it through more, but you might unseat it and it might fall out, so yeah, I'm not really too sure on how you would fix that. But yeah. How's the handle play on the rep? When you hear people say their reps have 0 handle play, and then you look at their blade and it has blade rub marks, it's kind of silly. Mine has a little tiny bit of blade rub. It mostly just rubs when it hits the ground really hard or when it's a little loose, but there's the play on it. Not much. If I press hard, it, like, moves that much, but if I just barely, just like that, they're gonna have a small amount from, unless it's, like, modded or something, but they're all gonna have a tiny little bit. So I guess you could basically say 0, but you just sound kind of silly when you say, oh yeah, my Balisung has absolutely 0 handle play, but it does have blade rub. I mean, how does that sound? I mean, kind of silly, but yeah. And yeah, that's really the only thing I can think of that I can complain with about the rep. Also, when you get them, the, like, nipple right here on the sides comes, like, very, like, it has a big edge to it, and it can be a little uncomfortable, and it can pinch. But yeah. Holy shit, I've been streaming for an hour, and I didn't even realize it. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to end the stream, because I'm, like, really hungry, and I also have to feed my cat. I'll do a Q&A soon. I'm gonna be doing some other stuff. A while ago, I said I was gonna do, like, a Balisung edit. Never really did it. School's been a bitch lately. I have to keep my grades up and all that stuff. And also, it's a little bit harder to keep your grades up when you have an asshole principal that suspends you for every little thing. Yeah. Which I've gotten suspended twice this year for stupid bullshit. Literally, in the beginning of the school year, Brown man literally told a joke. He asked me to hand him his backpack because he was sitting next to me, and then he moved seats. He literally was like, "Oh, can you hand me my backpack?" And then literally I started handing it to him because it was next to me. As I'm handing it to him, he goes, "There's a bomb in my book bag," and he didn't even say it that loud. And then, like, I was just like, "What the fuck, dude?" Like, and then, because in my head, it's like, why are you saying stuff like that? Like, you shouldn't be saying that, like, on a school bus, because, I mean, it's kind of common sense. And so then he goes, "No, wait, it's not a bong. Or, I mean, it's not a bomb, it's a bong. We can go smoke weed after school." So, everyone on the bus is frickin' laughing their ass off, which apparently someone might have taken that seriously or whatever. So, their parents told the school and everything. So, Elijah, me, and everyone else in the back of the bus got suspended for a week. So, yeah, kids that literally did absolutely nothing that were on the bus, and me being, like, on there next to them, I didn't even do anything, and literally they suspended me. And it's like, what the hell? Like, I don't understand. Like, I could understand that if it happened, like, because there was a really bad school shooting, like, about an hour from my house. I can see if that happened, like, the day after that happened, if you're making jokes about that. But, like, this was in the beginning of the school year, and literally kids that, like, weren't even involved on the bus. They were just in the back of the bus. Like, from a certain point on the bus, back, like, from where we were and back, everyone on the bus got suspended. Because we were sitting across from each other. And it's like kids that literally were on their phone minding their own business got suspended for a week. And it's like, really, that makes no goddamn sense. Like, there's something seriously wrong with that picture. I mean, the stuff that this principal does is just, ugh, bald bastard. But, yeah, alright, well, I'm gonna end the stream here. I might stream later today after I eat and everything. But, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Have a nice day, and all of that mumbo-jumbo, and,